Causality uses tags to categorize and color story points. This helps us visually separate out storylines. It's, for example, easy to see that the purple storyline continues in the upper right. Causality also draws a visual thread through all the story points in a tag, which makes it super clear how a subplot is weaving through the story. To assign tags, simply select some story points and right-click. You can now add an existing tag or create a new one. A tag has a name, a color, and an option to disable the visual thread. Next, the Tag Inspector gives you an amazing overview of the activity on each tag. You toggle the Tag Inspector with this icon, or with Command or Control-T. Then you can read the story from the perspective of each tag, and even click them to navigate the script and story logic. And the same in reverse. When you touch any story point, you can see where it is in that tag story. The Tag Inspector also draws structural markers. You can see where the events are in your story. You can change which markers are drawn in the drop-down menu. And you can edit the settings of a tag by double-clicking. The biggest purpose of tags is to keep things together as you spread them out. Here I'm brainstorming some backstory I want to pepper into the story. And this is a great way to start the writing process, by the way. Right now, it's easy to understand the story points as a group because they're together. To keep them together, I can of course make a very long arc that runs along the side and start spreading out the story points. But in this case, the backstory is revealed as part of other conversations, and I'd rather cut it directly into those conversations. So instead, I tag them. And then I distribute them into the plot. Both the color and the visual thread allow me to understand the backstory elements as a group. And so does the Tag Inspector. Finally, you'll have noticed that setups and payoffs also draw lines between story points that are connected. So how are tags different? And when should you use tags, and when should you connect things? It's all about order. Here the setup is that a song is playing on the radio that someone later knows about. This only makes sense in that order, so it should be a connection. Notice the arrow on the line. But here we have the old lady who keeps coming back into the story. The order doesn't matter, I just want to understand them together. So this is tagged with old lady and there's no arrow on the line.